Hello, this is Susan Morris, Norwex Independent Sales Consultant from Bettendorf, Iowa, and you are in the first episode of my new show, Solutions with Susan. So thanks for joining me. If you are here live, make sure that you comment in the comments section. I did put a link up in Facebook so that they will allow your comments to come through, so you might have to click on that first. But if you are here in replay, please put in the comments section replay and just let me know that you are here. So that's great. We got a great show planned for you today on how to be frugal with less waste. And I have some Norwex solutions for you and just some other ideas too. So let's get started. And I even listed them for you. So let's get started with that. Here we go. I have 10 items for you today. And the first one is to replace these paper napkins with cloth napkins, because these paper napkins are like one-use items and you use them and throw them away. I know when I go to a restaurant, I always use two napkins. I have one in my lap and one here to wipe my hands and stuff. So I waste two napkins when I go to a restaurant. But to reduce waste, we have a solution for you with Norwex, and that solution is our cloth napkins. Of course, you can use any cloth napkins, but our cloth napkins are great because they have backlock technology in them. And you remember what the backlock technology is. That's where it self-sanitizes. The microsilver in this will go to work and inhibit all bacteria, fungi, and mold and things from growing in the cloth. So you can use them over and over and over and then throw them in the wash. Or even if they get really dirty during the week and you want to keep using them, just rinse them out in the sink, hang to dry, and use them again the next day. So we have three different colors. We have the graphite and this turquoise color, teal I guess it's called. And then this one is different. It's got little leaves on it and they all match together, these three cloths. So I want to tell you that there's 4 in a package, and these 4 napkins actually are made of 50% recycled material bottles. So there's 5 plastic bottles that would have ended up in the oceans or in our landfills that have been reused, put to use, and they are in our cloth napkins. So 4 napkins equals 5 plastic bottles that won't go into the landfills. So that's pretty great. Norwex is all about helping our environment to be healthy and helping your homes to be healthy too and safe. So let's go to number 2. Let's see, here we go, number 2. Number 2 is bring a reusable coffee mug with you. Some of you are coffee drinkers. Jack and I looked all over the house trying to find one of those coffee mugs that you can take to a Starbucks. We never go there, but, well, we don't drink coffee. But we couldn't even find one in our house. But you know, when you go to a store, they'll give you, this is all I could find. I couldn't even find a styrofoam cup. I just keep my house cleaned out of all that junk. But anyway, let's say you go to a store and they give you a styrofoam cup with coffee in it or something, and you drink it and then you throw it in the garbage. Well, that garbage really adds up after a while, and styrofoam's especially bad. I'll tell you that about that later. So instead, take your own cup to the store, and I was told that a lot of stores, if you bring your own cup, they will give you a discount on your coffee that you purchase. So bring your own cup. That'll help reduce waste. Okay, let's go to number 3. Here we go. Number 3 is stop using disposable straws. And I tried to find a disposable straw in my house, and I don't have one. But I was at a restaurant today, and they always use disposable straws. But one thing about disposable straws, and I want to get this right, they're the most commonly found pollutant in our ocean and our landfills. And they're really harmful to marine life. If you have seen pictures of fish with straws coming out of them, it's because our ocean is filled with straws. Did you know that in the United States alone, 500 million disposable straws are used every day? Every day, 500 million. And they take the straws, they use them, and they throw them in the garbage. 500 million. and they're ending up in our oceans. So instead of that, Norwex has a solution, and it's our stainless steel straws. We have two sizes now. We have this one's about 8 inches, a little more than 8 inches. This one's about 10 inches for your taller containers. I have glasses that actually are both sizes. And what's cool about it now is Norwex has packaged them 2 in a bag, 2 straws of the same size in the bag. And in the bag, you also have a brush to clean the straw with. And these bags will close up really tight and nice. You can carry them in your purse, your backpack, anything that you have with you. So take them to the restaurants with you. A lot of restaurants now are banning disposable straws. So if you really like drinking from straws, make sure you take your straws with you and use those, and quit using disposable straws. Replace them with our Norwex stainless steel ones. Okay. Let's go to tip number 4. And here we go, tip number 4. And this one I had never thought of before, but it's a great idea. Bring a container. If you know that you're going to a restaurant and you're going to have leftover food, you purposely plan it that way. Sometimes Jack and I do that because I basically don't like to cook. And if you go to a restaurant and pay, take half of it home, you have another meal. Cuts the price in half too. But it's great because a lot of times they'll package them in a styrofoam container. Some restaurants are doing better now. They're putting them in recyclable plastic containers, but a lot of them are still using those styrofoam containers. So take a container with you to the restaurant and just use your own container. I think that's a great idea. I never thought of that idea before. So that's a great idea. But styrofoam containers are really dangerous. They are non-biodegradable. They won't, break up, and they're made of chemicals. And these chemicals are harmful to human health. Seriously, styrofoam's terrible. Stop using styrofoam. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one is, here it is. Stop buying bottled water. Jack and I, we used to buy a lot of bottled water. I don't even know why. I mean, the Bettendorf water here in Iowa wasn't bad to drink, but we, I don't know, Jack preferred bottled water. So we always had all these bottles. And of course, you know that the bottles, they're also non-biodegradable, and they'll stay in your landfills and the oceans indefinitely. Isn't that incredible? They don't ever break down. So by 2050, they think that the oceans will have more plastic waste in them by weight than fish. And I'm sure you've heard that stat before. It's terrible. All the plastic that is gathering in our oceans, and plastic bottles are a huge part of that. So stop using plastic bottles. In fact, Norwex sells our this is our water filtration system. I just about lost it for a minute. I actually have 2 of these on my counter, so I keep them filled with water. But since I've been using this, we have stopped buying bottled water. And I actually am so spoiled by the taste of this. It's so good. They actually add magnesium back into the water, which is good for you. So they don't strip it all out. They add the magnesium back into it. But now I can't even drink Bettendorf water anymore because it doesn't taste good to me. So I'm spoiled. Sometimes when we go to a vacation, or we're renting like a timeshare or something, the last one I went to, I took our pitcher with us because I'm spoiled. But anyway, that's a solution. Use filtered water instead of buying bottled water. And of course, you've got your containers. You can put it in when you travel, so you're not throwing away anything. And especially those bottled waters are terrible for our oceans and our landfills. So let's go to number 6. There we go. Number 6 is skip the dryer sheets and fabric softener. And if you've gone to any of my parties, you know that I am death on dryer sheets. Dryer sheets are probably the most toxic thing you have in your house. They're worse than Drano. No kidding. Dryer sheets are terrible. And if you dry clothes with dryer sheets, you're wearing pesticides all over you. They're full of pesticides. And fabric softener clogs up your clothes and dryer sheets. And dryer sheets are the #1 cause of dryer fires. Do not use dryer sheets. And I'm so happy when I go to parties now, so many people are saying, oh no, I never use dryer sheets or fabric softener anymore. But we do have a solution. If you are still using dryer sheets, stop. Stop using dryer sheets. They're dangerous. We have our dryer balls. These are New Zealand wool that you can put all 3 of them. There's 3 of them in here. Throw them in your dryer. Or there's also, we have these 2 that you can use. I have them both, so I just throw them all in. It'll cut your dryer time down by 25%, so you're saving a lot of money with energy. And plus, some people say to me, oh, but I like the smell of my fabric dryer sheets, right? Dryer sheets and fabric softener. Well, you can put some essential oil on these wool dryer balls and make your clothes smell. But just to let you know, that clean doesn't have a smell. Yeah, so you don't really need the smell. But if you feel like you have to, you can do that on the dryer balls. Okay, let's go to number 7. And number 7 is put a lid on plastic waste. And we do have a lot of plastic waste, and Norwex is really trying to help you find solutions to not use. So, we all have our Glad wrap, our cling wrap, our saran wrap, and I was guilty too. I mean, a lot of this stuff I didn't know about, and I didn't know better. But this is dangerous. There's a lot of this plastic stuff, the chemicals in it, that can seep into your food and into your drinks. So this is not good. Plus, this ends up in the oceans too, and in the landfills. So instead, my solution, Norwex solution, is to use our silicone lids. So these lids are great, and one of my hacks that I have, this little lid is for like on top of your coffee cups or drinks. I use them in the summertime, keep the bugs out of my drinks. But I also use it in my sink drain because my kitchen sink won't hold water. So I put this down there, and I don't lose my dishwashing water anymore. So that's just a hack. But these are silicone lids, and they will, you can put them in the oven up to 425 degrees. So these are great to put over your bowls. You can actually put them on a bowl and lift the bowl up. It works, but I don't highly recommend it or anything. But they seal tight, so you can store your stuff in the fridge with them. We've got the three sizes of round ones. And then we have these that go over your pans, your cake pan. Here, it's your cake pan. I think I'm too close to the camera. Here we go. Cake pan and the square lid, and those will go. So that helps with, like, instead of using saran or foil, you can just use these silicone lids. And I've been doing that instead of using foil. One thing about foil is you can scrunch it up and throw it in the recycle bin. Whereas plastic wrap, it ends up in our oceans and our landfills, and it's bad stuff. So you can get rid of those and use silicone lids instead. That's a solution. Help save the planet a little bit there. Let me see what else I wrote about that. I think that was it. So let's go to number 8. Number 8. Number 8 is say no to plastic bags in your grocery store. This was something very interesting to me. Plastic grocery bags account for more than 10% of the debris that washes up on our ocean shores, coastlines in the United States. So think of all the coastlines in the United States. Our grocery bags, plastic grocery bags, are 10% of the debris that goes up, and that's terrible. So we have a solution to get rid of all those plastic bags, and I know some grocery stores don't have them anymore, the plastic bags. But we have our reusable grocery bags. We have 3 kinds. This one and this one. This is gray colored, and of course our Norwex, the one that they originally had. What's different now about our reusable grocery bags, oh gosh, is that they have back lock in them. So they will self-sanitize. So even your grocery bags, if you have some that you use, they can get full of germs and bacteria. It recommends that you wipe them out a lot because you can get that into your new food that you put in. But our bags have backlock technology, part of them, so they self-sanitize. So that's what makes our grocery bags a lot different. And they're really strong. When I take them to the store, they're big. There's the bottom, so they're really big. You can put a lot of groceries in them, and they carry a lot of weight. So I love it. I could carry my grocery bags in. I don't have to have those plastic ones that are so bad for our landfills. All right, let's go to number 9. So number 9 is don't use baby wipes. It's also use cloth diapers. Use cloth diapers instead of Pampers. I don't even know. I'm so far from diapers. I'm 63. I haven't been around diapers forever. But I remember that when we had diapers, I don't know if I should tell this or not, but when my dad was so sick, I remember that he had to use, adult diapers and things. And they were out on the farm. And of course, they don't burn these diapers. They don't burn. They try to burn them in their burn pile, but so they end up burying them in the pasture. And the thing is, they didn't disintegrate. So use cloth diapers instead. And I know back when I had little kids, I used cloth diapers because I couldn't afford the other kind of diapers that you buy in the store. But now when you have cloth diapers, you have so much advantage over what I did. I mean, I had to dunk them in the toilet. Some of you won't even remember those days where it was not fun, and wring them out and put them in the diaper pail and wash them in the washing machine. Now I think there's even diaper services where they just take them away and bring them back clean. Gosh, so what a luxury. So use cloth diapers, but also don't use the baby wipes, because those baby wipes are full of chemicals. And Norwex sells these baby body cloths. There's 3 in a package here. And these are wonderful to use on the bottoms of your little kids, or even for washing their faces and hands and stuff. But I've known several moms who have used these instead of baby wipes on their little kids' bottoms. Some of their kids' bottoms were just red from using the chemical-laden ones. And when they started using these, and it cleared them right up. And what they would do is just kind of like we used to do with the cloth diapers in my day. They'd wipe their kids up, and they'd, get them cleaned up, rinse them under hot water. They got backlock in them. So they would self-sanitize, and they could use them over and over again before they threw them in the wash machine. And I remember one lady said her husband didn't believe her. He didn't think it was right that she would use these and then just reuse them. She said, well, go smell it. And there was no smell because they self-sanitize. So instead of using those baby wipes that are when I see a mom take a baby wipe out and wipe their kid's mouth, it's like, oh, don't do that. It's full of chemicals. Just don't do it. You use these baby cloths. They're safe for your child. So that's my speech for today. Okay, we are on number 10 already. This is the last one. Aren't you glad? Okay, reduce your paper towel usage. And I harp on that in my parties so much, because paper towels, and I brought one here. This is a paper towel. These paper towels, 51,000 trees a day, folks, are cut down for North America's paper towel habit. 51,000 trees a day. Can you believe that? That's ridiculous. And here's another stat that'll blow your mind. 3,000 tons of waste are created daily just in the United States from paper towels being thrown away. That's 3,000 tons a day. That's incredible. And I know I was guilty. I used to use a lot of paper towels. And I won't say that I never use a paper towel anymore, because I still do some. but I'm very careful and I don't use them near as much as I used to. Now, Norwex has come out with these, and they are these counter cloths. They're the same size as a paper towel. And what they want you to do is grab one of these instead of a paper towel to wipe up your counters and any little messes that you have. You can rinse them out and hang them to dry and keep using them. For instance, if, coffee spills or there's water on the counter, I find myself using these a lot. Jack too, we just grab one of these, and when I used to grab a paper towel, now I grab one of these. And these are cool. These counter cloths come in packs of 3. We have these new colors. These are the newest colors, and then we have these. I don't know if you can see them that well. I'm not going to take them out. And then we have these 3 sets of different colors of these counter cloths. So that's my tips on, let me get down here and get rid of this. My 10 tips on how to be frugal with less waste, because we want to reduce all the stuff going into our landfills and our oceans, clean up the environment, plus it's cheaper for you. You're not buying all those paper towels, all those napkins, all those cups, all those straws, all the bottled water. Oh my gosh, that saved us a ton of money, not buying bottled water anymore. So it's just tips to help you to reduce the cost to you and your family, and also being more aware of what's going into the environment and into the waste. So that's my show for today. In 2 weeks, we are going to do Norwex hacks. I'm going to have some hacks for you with some of the Norwex products. That'll be Tuesday, September 17th at 3 p.m. So not next week, but 2 weeks from today. Join me again at 3 o'clock. And again, I would like you to put in the comments if there was a tip here that you hadn't thought about before that you would think you'll start doing. Put it in the comments. Or if there's something that you do that really reduces waste, put it in the comments. Tell us all about it. So be active, write in the comments, let me know you were here, and thank you for joining me today. Bye.